Hello everybody, today we're going to be taking a sneak peek or a quick look at emotional health and how that really plays out in the whole atmospheres of the mental, physical, and emotional working together. So generally we like to think of emotions as these soft, floaty things that either give you warm, fuzzy feelings or create large bursts or outbursts of energy, disrupting things. Now, these are the, let's say, less refined versions, I think, of emotion. And what we're really thinking about when we're looking at the emotion as a part of a system, the mental and physical and emotional system of health, we want to say that the focus or point that the emotions do or give is to associate value to something, whether this value is a positive one or whether it is something that we consider to be negative. The idea that it is that it makes things really stand out to us. And to the amount that something is very sharply standing out is the amount that we generally want to identify that and look more into that. We shouldn't be so highly emotional charged over most areas of life, actually. We should just be able to understand where that emotion is coming from, realize that there's something that we need to learn, so we're drawn to it. It has so much heaviness around it because there's something to learn. So we're kind of magnetically pulled into the orbit of this emotional positive or negative. And the idea is that we want to more or less balance it out, whether it is positive or negative. If it's something is very positive, like for example, as a child, my best friend always showed up to my birthdays. So as an adult, all my friends must show up to my birthdays or it's super disappointing and I don't talk to them ever again. We can see how even that's a positive thing doesn't really work out too great if we don't balance that out. There's many reasons why people might miss a birthday. Equally, if I never did good in school, so therefore growing up I never went to college and I stayed away from all these academic things that are just frustrating and who can do it anyway, we also see that eventually we'll push ourselves to a point where we have to learn something new. We have to take on this challenge. And as we emotionally start to kind of push away the pressure in that area, we're able to feel more alive. Exactly, we have been pushing away half of our personality, half of who we are, to not have to deal with this emotional pressure. Mainly because I think we're not quite sure what the emotional benefit of things are. Things are just emotional or just angering or just happy. I think there's a little bit more. I think there's a system there that works very well, and the idea of this system is using emotion to identify areas of importance, meaning areas where we need to address so growth can happen and we can become more ourselves. This ultimately relieving overall tension, stress, and irritability around certain areas. And the more we relax these things, is less that we project a emotional intention onto stuff. So somebody can just forget a birthday. This is possible. Generally, they're probably going to be going through a tough time. This means that they're stressed out and their mind's clouded, so they forgot something that's probably important to them if they view you as a good friend in the first place. So we can see how, again, we want to center emotions more in the area of drawing us towards growth and then questioning what is it that needs to grow around this area, and then finding more information around that emotion. It can be said that certain emotions have a lesson in them altogether. Anger then shows for patience, or the need of patience is created when somebody is so angry. So there's a balancing thing there that nature has already. We just have to be opening to the fact that we're probably not perfect, and we probably do get angry sometimes when we shouldn't, and sometimes we might get overly excited when we should be a little more calm, or sometimes we might put too much pressure on somebody when we should relax. But ultimately, these are ways that we learn, and everybody's learning those lessons as we go through life. And I think having a way of understanding the navigation of emotion when it comes to our health is extremely important, especially when this way of navigating lines up with also the mental and physical parts of health as well. All right, thank you very much for listening. Hopefully that was insightful to you and that allows you to get more of a handle on what emotions can do for us and what we can learn from them.